Hello, hello. Hopefully you guys can see me okay, hear me okay. I think my guests are loading on right now. I don't see them yet backstage, but hopefully they are coming. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. They can see me, they're messaging, but I can't see them. Let me see. Do I need to? Nope. Camera's on. Share screen. No, you're definitely in the. I see your name, but I don't. Hey, sorry, I'm watching the chat and trying to talk to the guests backstage at the same time. Well, can you guys hear me? We can see you. Okay, technology, we're gonna need you to like cooperate here. Let's see. The only other thing I could think is to try and send another link. Let me see if that helps. It just looks like your camera isn't turned on, is it? Well, let me say hi to everybody in the chat while we're trying to trying to work out those kinks. Can you guys hear me okay? I have a little microphone plugged in, so hopefully you can hear me. I know you can see me. Hey Etta, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Hi JB Odysseys, how are you? Happy Sunday. Elevate with Vern. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, great. Well, they can say that they can see me and they can hear me. There we go. Okay, I can see them now. Okay, so you guys, gonna get ready to introduce my guests or flip the camera around if it's on. They're here, they're here, they're here. So while technology seems to be on our side, I'm going to go ahead and introduce them so I can turn this camera on and make sure you can see them too. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody in the chat. I appreciate it, you guys being in here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome to Elisa's Adventures in Cruising and this special edition of Look Who's Cruising Now. I'm so excited to bring up my guests today. I had a chance to meet them on the Meet and I cruise, and I can't believe that event has already come and gone, but I'm so excited to talk to them. Every time I saw them around the ship, it was with a smile and a warm greeting, even though I know one of the duo wasn't feeling quite their best. But please help me welcome this lovely and dynamic duo, YouTube's favorite couple, my favorite couple, your favorite couple.
Hey,
Hey guys, you hear me okay?
Yes. We can hear you.
Yeah. We're just super close.
Uh-oh. That's a great thing to be frozen on. Hello, smiling faces.
Okay.
Keep going.
Just keep going in and out. Right?
Okay, wow. Can you hear us?
Oh, there you guys are. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. We good.
Okay, let me take out this extra.
Uh-oh.
There we go. There we go. There we go. I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Great.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday.
Hello. Happy Sunday. Wait, let me see. I'm trying to.
Sorry about this.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. It could totally be my end, you guys. I don't know. This technology is still all new to me. Well, anyway, welcome. Thank you so much for talking to me today. I appreciate it. Of course, I wanted to talk about all things cruising and the
Yes.
Meet and I group cruise, of course. But I know we have people in the chat, so let me just make sure I haven't missed anybody. I'm sure they're excited to say hello to you guys. Etta saying, y'all look so beautiful.
Hey, Ella, I miss you.
I know Vern was in the chat. JB
Oh.
Odyssey's in the chat.
Hey.
Hey.
Somebody's doing some packing. I hope that's for a trip.
Oh, my.
Anyway, so you guys are good?
Yes. Just got out of church, so we're good.
A busy Sunday. You know,
Yes.
I was just thinking about it being the weekend, and we have or the holiday weekend, thinking that we had extra time, but yeah, everybody is still busy. And I apologize because I'm not that great at putting up and taking down the chats, but I'm going to try and keep up here. Okay, get you guys back on the screen. There we go.
I was thinking like you already kicked us off and we didn't get started.
No, oh my God! No, I told y'all I'm so excited and thankful that you wanted to do this. I would not do that to you. So what's going on? I mean, I know it's already. Can you believe it? It's been a couple weeks since we got off the ship. I can't believe it.
Wow, it's so hard to believe. I know we were waiting, like it seemed like an eternity for this trip to actually happen. And then
I know
that it's already behind us is so surreal.
I know. Well, I mean, I know we're already looking forward to next year, but that's a long way off. So we're gonna like revel in these moments. I'm enjoying watching everybody's videos, everybody's premieres. It's so much, and every time I see something different or see, we were all there at the same time, but different perspectives and oh wow, yeah, that did happen. Well, first off, I love your channel name.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
How did you guys come up with that name? I mean, I think it's appropriate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It came from this guy.
No, it actually came from church. So every time we was at church, everybody said, "Hey, you're our favorite couple. You're our favorite couple." So it started from the church. Then the pandemic happened. We decided to start YouTube.
Okay.
From there, hey, what's our channel name? We just said your favorite couple, and we just ran with it. We just ran with it.
Yeah.
Well, it's catchy. We like it. We like it. So
it's hard to live up to that standards.
Y'all got it. It's fine. It's catchy. It fits. We love it. So you guys started during the pandemic. What was the focus of your channel? What would you say your channel is about?
So, this guy was always recording. He records everything. He's always been that way. And I was the one who was more camera shy. Well, not really shy, but it was because he would record so much and he would play all of the time. And he would always record me doing something like something stupid, for lack of a better term. And so we would always go on trips and things of that nature. And he just decided he was using YouTube as a storage mechanism. So we had videos that were there and they were private only to us or whomever we decided to share the link, with. And then he shared it with someone and they were like, you know what, you guys, people need to see this. So you should go ahead and make it public to everyone. And so that's what we ended up doing because during the pandemic, it provided us an opportunity to travel. He works for, a major corporation. He was going into the office. I'm in education. I was going into the school building. But when the pandemic happened, it forced both of us to have to shut down and work from home. So during that time, we were able to, hey, you know what? We're working. We can clock in anywhere, but let's hit the road. So we were able to record some of our journeys. So
that is so interesting. I know a lot of channels started during the pandemic and for different reasons, multiple reasons. But I think that's so cool that everybody was rooting you on and like, yeah, share this with the world. We're glad you listened.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
So I know, like you just said, you both have other careers outside of course, outside of YouTube and outside of being travel advisors. But how did that all come about? How did you decide to be travel agents, or sorry, I'm dating myself, travel advisors, or which came first, I guess.
So I think
started YouTube, or you're traveling, or the becoming agents.
Becoming an agent started afterwards, but we always been the go-to people to say, hey, when is the next cruise, or plan something. At that time, we was doing everything, I want to say free. It was almost volunteering. So we invested so much time in helping others. I'm like, well, we love traveling. Why not just go into that field of travel agency and travel advisor and providing people tips and tricks on how to travel? So that's how we jump right into travel advisors.
Yes, and the thing is, we were doing group cruises prior to the pandemic. And so in doing those group cruises, we were doing them, but a third party was reaping all the benefits.
Sure.
Our groups, were enlarging, but and it's not like we did it just to reap the benefits, but it's like, if we're doing all of this work,
sure. Yeah.
Why not?
There are some benefits, so reap them.
Definitely.
That's so interesting. I think it's so interesting that as I've been meeting everybody from the cruise and talking to everybody, it's like, I never had a chance to do a group cruise before, and now I'm finding out that y'all been group cruising for a long time. How did our paths not cross before?
Right?
Right.
I see Point Blank Travel came into the chat, so thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes, they look amazing. He's saying he's apologizing for not seeing something yesterday, but you know how we do. We'll catch up.
Right.
So how did you even have time to, like you said, you both have busy careers outside of all this. How did you even have time to study to be travel agents, or that was an extra step or two?
I say it took a lot of planning, and we pretty much set out a schedule. And like, hey, by this week we get finished with these studies. By this time we get this done. So we had a timeline set up. It took time management and balancing our personal and make time for ourselves at the same time. Yeah. So that's really important.
Yes, definitely. So we had daily goals, weekly goals. We had a long-term goal. We want to be here by this date. And then, for those of us who are in education, we do objectives daily or whatever. So it was easy to establish these daily objectives so that we could reach the long-term goal by that established deadline.
You're natural planners is what you guys are saying. You both have to do that all day, every day anyhow. So it was not so difficult to plan out your time.
That's right. It was hard though.
It was hard.
It was hard. Not the planning part was not. The execution of the plan was hard because we are so busy. But hey, anything that you want is worth fighting and
right. Right. You put in the work for it. Yeah. How long of a process was it? Like, I don't know anything about the testing or anything for that.
It really wasn't that long. So it depends on the area that you really want to focus on. So if you really want to focus on Carnival as a supplier, you focus on everything that Carnival has to offer. Then you go to the next objective. It focus on Royal Caribbean, then Disney, and so on. So you can still actually work while still learning. So it's kind of on job training as you learn. Right. And you keep more clients you get, more things you learn about that different supplier. So it really didn't take long.
Right, it did. And then because we had experience, that helps as well. So if you're a person who has never traveled or never cruised before and try to step into that field, it may be a little bit more difficult. It may require a little more time. But for us, because we had the experience and we actually knew and were aware of some of the things, it minimized our time. So
another Another thing too, Alicia, is that you got to have that passion. So if you have a passion for traveling, it doesn't matter if that client. It does matter, but it doesn't matter if a client say, "Oh no, don't worry, I'm not going to take this offer." I'm like, "Oh, I may just take the offer myself." So it's like it's a passion. It got to have a passion behind it.
Yeah, that is true. It's got to be a passion, and it's got to be something that you would say like you would totally do it yourself. If you guys don't want to take advantage of this, I'll do it. You're not just sending them off somewhere. You're sending them the stuff that you would actually like to do yourselves. I'm sure that is helpful. I'm just acknowledging the chat here. So Edez wants to take lessons from you guys. Vern is saying she sees a lot of people getting the travel agent career, and she was asked by 3 people. I passed. It's too much. I do think that it's like it's sort of like having I don't know, it seems like it's having a rebirth where people are getting back into it, or more people are getting into it, which of course I think is great. When the pandemic happened and cruising basically shut down like everything else, I didn't know if it would come back as strong or at all. So that's exciting to see. That's exciting. So you guys are definitely specializing in cruising, or you do land packages and all that too, or?
Well, wait, can you hear us? Because we're frozen on our end.
I can still hear you though.
Okay. So we specialize we do both. I specialize in cruising only, and he does the land resorts.
Okay.
So it's really because again of that time piece. So I know what I can handle with my schedule. So cruises for me, and for him.
Best of both worlds. You have it all. You have it all covered. Yeah, I think when I decided to start my channel, I kind of had a similar start with you guys in that I just thought I didn't know enough about YouTube. I thought it was another way of, storing your videos, your pictures, like the new thing to do, not necessarily all of this. I'm happy I did it, but I didn't realize that. And but I wanted to share. I'm not a travel agent. I just wanted to share because I would often get people asking questions. Well, how do you know which ship, or where do you go, or how do you do it, or whatever. So it was meant to share in the fun, because I think it's fun, and I think it's you get to see so much and do so much, and that's just want to share the joy of it.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
So was your goal specifically to get people interested in cruising, or your?
Yes, that's that's our main thing. That's one of the reasons why we started like vlogging and showing different angles of cruising. Even at our age, not like we're old, but we kind of want everybody to expand their horizon, because we do road trips, but we mostly love cruising because you only have to really unpack one time. One time, and that's embarkation. Everything else, you're going to all of these various ports, excursion, and just enjoying it. So I think for us, we do push the envelope for cruising because it's kind of like a cultural type thing where we say we can't drink all of that water, or no, I'm not going on the cruise. I don't know how to swim, but we kind of want to show that hey, cruising is affordable. And you can have that ability to actually explore the world.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a great way, a great affordable option for people doing vacations, because you do spend a lot on your land. And even if you drive someplace, you're stopping, the hotels, all the meals. And then once you get there, what are you going to do? Those things usually cost money too, unless you're going to the beach or something. But even that, you got to pay to get that umbrella.
Yes,
indeed.
So you might as well go and see the world, and it's not just for it's for everybody. It's for all of us. It's not.
I like to say this, like the world is too big to not be seen, and I don't think God just didn't create the world just to be there. You should go out and just explore. That's just kind of my passion behind it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because I know, like for me, one thing that really triggered my passion is, again, being in education and having to, when the standardized test, it's time for testing, or when you're prepping for a test, especially the English or reading portion, and the kids can't respond to the answer to the question because they're stuck on a certain word or a certain whatever. When they start talking about ships and they said the bow does blase blase blase, and all of that is irrelevant information, but they're stuck because they've never seen that. They don't know what that is, and they quickly shut down because they're like, oh, that's a stupid question. But my thing is go out and just see more, and I try to encourage them, in the classroom daily, like, hey, when you leave this place, go elsewhere. If that means that you return back here, fine. At least you can say that you've gone. Go learn about other cultures. Everything does not just revolve around your current, location. See how other people live. Just experience some of the diversity, and then you will have a better understanding of things. So we just want people to just enjoy travel in any mode and just experience life.
Absolutely. That's awesome. There's more to life than those four walls of their classroom, or of just a home, whether it be an amazing, hopefully it's an amazing home situation, or if it's a troubled home situation. There's still more. There's more to life. There's more out there.
Yes.
And the earlier you're exposed to that, probably the better. So that's awesome. I saw one of your vlogs. Actually, I don't know if you guys caught the last live I did with Etta, where I was like, I don't want to watch too much of your vlogs or talk to you too much during the week, because then what am I going to talk about when I have you on live?
No worries.
But I did go back and look at a couple of your older things that I didn't know about, and I saw that you guys went to Tulsa and visit Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
How was that?
That was an experience.
That was definitely an experience. So we took, we're located in Dallas, Texas, right?
Okay.
So, they're saying we're froze. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're
it's going in.
No, it's us.
It's us. It's our Wi-Fi.
We have storms kind of rolling through this area.
Yes.
So
we got storms too. We had rain last night. So
and this morning it just started pouring down.
We apologize, you guys. Everybody.
Can you hear us?
We can hear. You guys can hear them fine, right?
Okay. Well, we're just turning into a podcast. Yeah. So, we actually stay in Dallas. So Tulsa was only about 4 hours away. So it was an easy drive going from Dallas to Tulsa. So we've been reading about it, hearing about it in not really in schools, but we've just been reading about it. Like, yeah, we're gonna go one day. We're gonna go one day. We're gonna go one day. Right. So all of a sudden, we just packed up and made that trip. And when we made it there, it wasn't what we thought it was gonna be. Like, I thought it was huge, but here.
I can still hear you. Can't see you now.
Oh.
Well, keep talking. We're gonna think that the internet is gonna do its thing. It's gonna get back.
Okay.
Get back to normal.
Okay, yeah. So we thought it was going to be huge and long, and it was at one time. It was an entire street, but when we got there, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just a small portion left of Wall Street. So that was an eye opener to see that it's just not that many buildings left, but when you read about it, it was like it expanded from Greenwood to Pine to it's just bigger than what we read about. But it was a very eye opener. We ate at the cafe, Wanda J Cafe, and we went to this clothing store, and they gave a lot of history about Wall Street, but it was very enlightening just to be there, just to be present.
Yeah, because the owner of the t-shirt company, she was born and raised there, and her family members owned something on Wall Street. They were some of the original owners of Wall Street. So she was just giving us this like she was like a walking history book, and we were just like listening, like it was just so eye-opening. And then when she said, hey, you know, I got something I want you guys to see, and she took us to the back to see all of these historical artifacts, it was just like, wow. I don't know if you guys remember if you ever watched A Different World. You remember that show?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember the episode where Freddie found a part of Underground Railroad?
Right.
That's how we felt. Like we were sitting there watching the episode, it's like, oh my gosh, that's how it felt when she took us back to see all those artifacts. And it was just so much history that expanded, you know, throughout the buildings that remained. Oh my God.
I can imagine. I can imagine. That really looked like it was a cool trip for you guys. And how long did you say the drive was from Dallas?
The drive itself was only 4 hours.
Okay, that's not bad. So yeah, it was one of
It was
those
an
things on
easy
your
drive,
list. Yeah.
4 hours to get to Oklahoma.
Okay, I've been to Dallas before, and I remember going. I was much younger, and I remember going to see South Fork, of course, because we had to go see Dallas, where they made this TV show Dallas. But that's really all I remember. I remember about Dallas specifically. Are y'all born and raised there? Like, if that's home?
Well, for him it is. For me, it's Dallas and Louisiana.
Okay.
So
well,
it's like a
that explains why I was a little bit confused when you guys told me Central Time. I'm glad you did, but I was like, I know they're in the South, but I was thinking more of Carolina somewhere. So anyway, that's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I don't want to let you guys go, but I'm wondering if you want to like retry the link, or are you good the way we're going?
I think we're good.
Okay.
I'm troubleshooting while we're doing it.
I'm fine if you're fine. I'll go through some of the chat here in a minute. Thanks, Point. Like they're giving you guys a hard time about the frozen internet here. Rod says, or is it my laptop?
Oh, no.
It's both, Rod. No.
All good.
Oh my God.
Okay, back to cruise talk. So when did you guys take your first cruise?
When was it?
We took our first cruise in 2016.
Oh yeah, I was about to say 2006.
2000. Was it 2016. It was on the Carnival Fantasy, the fantasy class, and of course we had no idea, the class of ships, the ins and outs about the ships, but that was our first cruise.
We knew nothing. We just knew that we wanted to do, because like I said, we traveled, road trips, direct flights, all those things. We wanted to do something different. And we had not heard of anyone cruising. And I always thought, growing up looking at Wheel of Fortune and people would win a Carnival cruise, I remember the commercial.
That's true.
Now, yeah. So I thought it was too expensive. And so Mr. Research over here started looking it up, looking into it, and we booked our first cruise and we fell in love. And after the first time, that's what we started doing. We said, okay, wait a minute.
Uh-oh. I think we just lost the audio. Oh, there you are. There you are. Okay, they've dropped off, you guys. So let's see if they're able to come back in. Might be a bad time storm wise. Burn. We're gonna blame it on the weather. Etta says it's awful there too. Yeah, I guess it's just one of those days. One of those days. Hey, Warmstrong, how are you? Oh, you're speaking to Keisha. I didn't see Keisha come in. How are you, Keisha? Thanks for joining, you guys. Of course, I know we love them. They're awesome. Like I said, I love that channel name. I was definitely wanting to know how they came up with it, but very appropriate. We love them. Okay, well, I definitely have more questions to go through with them when they're able to rejoin. Anything specific you guys would like to know? Put a question in the chat. Rod, you may have to drop the link in the chat to get them without any issues. Okay, I can do that. Hold on. They're saying they're coming back. Yep, here they're loading back now. Can you guys hear me? They're trying to reconnect. So they have the link, no problem. Anyway, you guys have any specific questions you would like to ask once we get them reconnected? Let's see. Anybody else have a live streaming is easier than any video, but it can be tricky with connections. Yeah, I see that, Keisha. You are very right. Rod is asking, how did I? Oh, thank you so much. How did I enjoy the Meet and I cruise? I can't stop talking about it. I can't stop talking about it, and I can't remember. I can't stop talking about how great it was to meet everybody. What a good time we had. How that was the first time that I had been on a group cruise, and it was such a great experience. I really, really had a good time, and I enjoyed meeting all of you and talking with all of you and talking about just, normal everyday stuff, not just YouTube or social media or anything like that. So every time I see somebody's video that's coming up or their premieres, or even trying to edit my own stuff, trying to get it up and posted, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I remember that. And I still laugh at the same the same jokes we were telling when we were on the ship. So I think it was great. I think it was great, and I hope you can't recreate exactly, but I hope 2024 is a do-over and that everybody is able to come again, and we do the LA thing, see the west coast a little bit, see the west side of Mexico. I've been wanting to do that trip for a while anyway, so why not do it with you guys? Seems like fun. Okay, they're saying they're back, so you guys can hear me. Key and Shell, you can hear me. Let's see. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. You guys we can hear you. You're not as clear as you were before, but we can hear you.
Oh wow. We apologize for these issues. Oh my God.
I don't mind. I don't think anybody else will mind either, but we'll see if we can go a little more. If not, we're gonna have a do-over. Okay, you guys can't hear. They're saying it's choppy, static. Yeah. Uh-oh, did I lose y'all together?
Can you hear us?
We can hear. I can hear you. Okay, let's just try to go a little bit. If we drop off, then we'll call it, but we're gonna keep trying. Okay, so there you are.
I'll try to use this.
There you guys are. Yeah, so you were telling thank you. Thanks for trying. You could have been like, oh, forget it. You basically were telling he's just messing with it. They sound like aliens on my end. They're not aliens. We know them. You guys were basically telling us about your first cruise, and it was on Carnival Fantasy, and you loved it, and obviously you wanted to keep going. So, how many cruises have you done thus far?
So
13?
Carnival Conquest make the 13th cruise.
Okay.
So we've been on other cruise lines as well, but Carnival Conquest the 13th cruise.
The 13th.
13. Okay, we're gonna say it was lucky. It was lucky 13. So you've been on other. I know you've been on Virgin. You said and Royal. Do you have a favorite cruise line at this point?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Favorite because
I'm gonna say Carnival XL class ships are beyond awesome.
So that's like Mardi Gras and
celebration.
Celebration.
Yeah. Those are. It gives you that, how can I say, that bad and bougie type of vibe, because it's still, you know what I'm saying, it got another bougie, elegant class to it, but then again, it has that party, so you can turn it on and turn it off. So
yeah, for me, there are certain things that I liked about every cruise line, and I always say that, and I have to be careful, that Virgin was my worst, and it wasn't because we had just a completely horrible time on Virgin. It was just that I'm not a foodie, so my biggest issue was the food, in which most people rave over, but we did not have a bad time. So I like the pricing of Virgin. I love the partying atmosphere, especially Sail Away of Carnival. I love the activities on Royal. So I don't necessarily have a favorite. I think I just like cruising.
Yeah, that's what I say too. I just like cruising. I like cruising a lot. Were you gonna say something different, Shelton? You have a favorite at this point?
Well, I don't have a favorite, but I think cruising is what you make of it. So you can put me on any ship. You can put us on any ship. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna find that silver lining in any cruise line. You know, so Royal, I love the perks of Royal. Matter of fact, when we was creating, we did a video on the Keys program, right? The Key.
Yes.
And you did a video on the Key too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
When I was researching, I was like, let me see who all did a video on Key. Now I saw you did a video on Key. I was like, oh my gosh. That's before I knew who you were. That's before I even know.
Yeah,
like,
before we met. It's all good. It's okay.
Yeah, look at this video. But I love Royal. Royal has a place in our heart. But really, any cruise line, we can make the best of any cruise line.
Yeah. I agree. I do really love Royal, but I want to go on others. I want to go on Celebrity, which I know is the next line in the Royal family. But I'm not opposed to trying Virgin or whoever else comes out. I'm hearing mixed things about MSC, but I guess you hear mixed things about all the cruise lines. So I just like cruising, but I like what you guys say. I like that. Yeah, it's what you make of it. If you plan on going and having a good time and you don't, that's not all the cruise lines are.
Right.
You have plenty of opportunity to have fun. Although I don't know if you guys will agree with this or not. Nobody does a Sail Away like Carnival.
I agree. 100%.
Their Sailaways are something else.
Yes, I agree 100%. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I don't even think you were feeling that great yet, Key, but you got out there on that Sailaway, pushed through.
I had to make myself, because I love, anyone who knows me knows that Key loves a great Sailaway. So Carnival, I don't care if, it's not going to happen, but I'm saying, like, if we were on the ship, and we know people who have done this, They have taken a 3-day cruise and all they did was just relax. They just use that time to get away, stay on the ship, just sleep. Even if we were to do something like that, I must make the sail away party. So the fact that I was not feeling well, I was mad. I was like, oh my God, this should not be happening. I need to enjoy the sail away.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you did. So, we're talking about all these different cruise lines, and you talked about the Key on Royal, which I really like that. I like that program. But are you guys like aiming for any specific like loyalty program? Are you trying to reach platinum, diamond, or whatever on any of them? All of them?
All of them.
So
all of them. So
no.
Yeah, we want all of them. So.
I know right now our goal, because we're so close, our goal is to reach platinum on Carnival.
Okay.
We're still gold on Royal. That's okay. So we just said we want, because we're so close, we at least want to reach platinum on Carnival. After that, it's just whatever.
After we reach platinum with Carnival, then we're going to go in and status match with MSC. And Virgin.
Yep. I hear they're doing that. I didn't know if that was like a time, like they were only doing it for a certain period of time, or they're planning to continue to do that. So I hope so.
Right, especially with Virgin, because we know like the last we've heard through the pipelines was that Virgin's status matching is questionable. So it's up for debate, and it could be ending at the end of this year, or they may decide to continue it. So we'll see. Hopefully they'll continue.
And the thing about trying to reach platinum with Carnival, you actually need 75 days to hit platinum with Carnival. 75 days in sea, and we're 14 days off.
Just a few more cruises. Knock that out.
Yeah, so about it before this year is over with.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's funny. I don't remember who I was talking to about, I don't even know what the rewards are. I don't even know what the rewards are for for a platinum, but I think I want that.
Yes.
I think platinum status sounds excellent.
And I remember we were on the celebration for the inaugural sailing, and we were all just mesmerized because someone had a platinum card and the rest of us had gold cards. And then here comes Sid Cruiser with her white card because
oh my goodness.
And it's like time just stood still. We were all like, wow. We've never seen one of those before.
Yes, that's Veronica too. Life with V. She's got her white card. So it's like,
oh my gosh.
I'm not sure Edna's too. I didn't actually see her card, but probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll get there. You guys will get there sooner than later, I'm sure.
Yes, indeed.
And so the other cruise lines that you're wanting to do the matching on, they have similar perks, I guess you would say, as far as those statuses.
Yeah, I think so. We definitely aiming for the status because we can go ahead and match with Virgin now with Hilton because we're diamond with Hilton. But we want to make sure we actually get it for real with the cruise. But I know Virgin offers like a bar tab and some other perks, discounts. So I think the further we get along with the status, we'll be able to cruise a little bit more because they give us the extra perks. Like, hey, don't you want to come? Don't you want to come?
Yeah.
Ready. The last evening on a cruise, you get a chance to go to the platinum and diamond celebration.
Yeah,
and I think that's you get the free drinks, but it's a good celebration.
Good. So, have you guys mostly done like week-long cruises, or have you done 3 and 4 day? Like, do you have a preference? How the length of the cruise?
We've done them all. I prefer the week-long cruises, and it really depends on the ship. So with Carnival, I really do prefer their XL class ships. They talk about us, to call us bougie. It is what it is. I prefer the XL class ships.
Whatever.
And so on an XL class ship, I would prefer a 7-day sailing. When we first started out, we did a 3-night sailing, like you said, on the Carnival Fantasy. And then we increased from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 and we went up to 7. We have not gone beyond 7, have we?
Yeah.
We haven't gone beyond 7. So I'm okay with 7. And some people say, oh, that's too long. But it's not. It's like
not.
When you have like 3 ports of call or more, and it's like after that last port, it's like, okay, I'm just now getting my feet wet. I can do this again, and it's time to go home. Yeah. So I like the 7 night.
I do too. And I would like to go longer, but 7 days to me is ideal. And like you said, some people are like, well, we're trying to get them over the hump of it's too much water. It's what I'm trapped on the ship. There's no. I feel like you don't have enough time to see it all and do it all on the big ships, and you want as much time as possible. I don't know if you guys can see the chats too, but Rod is saying, I love it. Status matching masterclass. So agreed. I would love to do a back-to-back, or I don't know if Bill Warmstrong is still in here. He's done like some really amazing long trips. These goals, I'll get there one of these days, but for right now, I agree, the 7-day is perfect.
We had a pleasure of meeting him on Carnival Celebration.
Yes. Oh, did you?
Yeah, and that was like, I'm like, oh my gosh, here goes the godfather of cruising. So it was like an honor meeting Bill. He did the 21 days from Australia to was that Hawaii or somewhere? That was like
Polynesia, basically. Yeah, he was in several islands. Yeah.
Goals.
Yes, that's goals. Yeah.
Yes. Australia is in general my dream destination. So it was like, we can cruise? We can cruise there? Yeah, I thought that was pretty awesome. Now, okay, back to the Meet and I cruise. I know that you guys were, I think you guys were probably part of that group that was planning to go for a long time, and whatever, it got postponed, or COVID happened. Yes. But so since you were looking forward to it for such a long time, like, what was the first thing you wanted to do when you boarded the ship, or did you have anything specific you wanted to do?
So we actually took the 3rd cruise when the pandemic started.
You're talking about the Midnight Cruise,
my bad. Midnight Cruise.
No, it's okay. It's however. Yeah, I was talking about the Midnight Cruise, but maybe that was, you've been on that ship before. I don't know.
So the thing is, prior to the pandemic, we had planned on having another group cruise because we were hosting group cruises, but our group cruises were never recorded on YouTube. So we had planned on having another group cruise, with our group. And then when the pandemic happened, they were all afraid of cruising. And yet cruising, when the cruising industry shut down, when they first opened up, we started back cruising immediately. And our people were like, we're still afraid. And so that's when we, were talking to Meet and Anwar, and they wanted to, because we were hosting separate group cruises. They wanted to bring back their group cruise. And it's like, yes, this is a great idea. We'll jump on board. And we were just so looking forward to getting on board with that. And the number one thing for me, I can't speak for you, that I was looking forward to really was meeting everyone. Mm-hmm. I wanted to meet everyone. And that's why I was so upset that I was sick during the pre-cruise meetup.
Yeah.
I really wanted to meet Brown and Beachy. I didn't get to see her. And I was just really looking forward to meeting everyone.
Yeah. Same with me. It was much more meeting the people. It wasn't about the cruise director, the amenities on the ship. We could have went on a canoe. We could have had it on a canoe. I would have been happy with that. But it was just great meeting Elevate with Verns, been following her for a long time. And meeting you.
Yes.
That was
thank you.
Oh my gosh, Etta. Oh my gosh. Etta. I got to meet her. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, it was great. It really was great. So I still say for me, there were lots of moments, right? But one of the greatest things was when we walked onto the Lido, and Veronica and Edna were there already. They had established our area. They had us. They had the official meetup table going there. But when they were just screaming out, I walked onto a Lido deck many times now. I never had a reception like that. It was like, Wow, this is so. I mean, I knew everybody wanted to meet each other, but that really, like what you were saying, you just wanted to meet everybody. You were excited to meet everybody, and I think that was the consensus with everybody. You know, they wanted to be there. It didn't matter which ship. It didn't matter, where we were going. It was the meetup.
That's
Yes,
it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like watch the chat too. I apologize, you guys. You know I'm not very good at putting
No, you're fine.
putting up these comments. I saw Berna come in, and I wanted to make sure I said hello to her too. So thank you. She keeps throwing me with this BML Creations tag. I'm like, who is that? Who is that? But hey, Berna. So that experience aside, like, is there something that you normally do? Like, first thing when you first board, like, are you guys burgers people? Do you have to get a burger right away? Do you, just want to get to your cabin, or as long as you make the sail away party, you're okay?
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me. See, we don't eat beef or pork, so we
Okay.
never tasted a guy's burger. We know we were on one ship in which they had, like, what was it, turkey
burger one time.
something. We tried that, and it was just a general
Yeah.
turkey burger. But so that's not our thing. We just want to get in. The first thing I always do, he used to record it. I'm always Lysoling, Cloroxing down everything,
Clean the room.
and then it was like, okay, come on, sail away,
and what we do, which is clever, I think now, we kind of do our check-in around 12:30 to 1 o'clock, some around that ballpark. So when we get on, the rooms are already ready, ready to go to the sail away. So we kind of speed up the process.
And that's what was so interesting this time. Even when we got on the ship on the Conquest, we were like, it seemed like we were the last people to get on.
Yeah, it felt like we last people.
Yes, and then when we got on, the cabins were ready. We went to our muster. They said, go to your cabin, it's ready. And we went to the Lido because we figured that's where everyone was, and everyone had gone. But Edna and V were still there, and they gave us that same welcome with the whistle, with the clap and everything. And even though I wasn't feeling well, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this whistle is making my head hurt worse.
That was good for your heart.
I wanted her to keep blowing it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was anti-whistle before that.
Oh my gosh.
She used it for good.
Yes, but we love them. And said Edna. So we had met V before.
We met
V.
Okay.
We had never sailed with her, but we had met her. But we had never met Edna, and I was just so happy. It's like, oh my gosh, the people we watch on TV, we get to see them.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I know. That was wild. That's wild.
Yes.
Do you guys have a you were talking about going to the cabin. Do you have a preferred cabin type, or would you like to switch it up depending on the ship?
Yeah. We definitely love the balconies, the port side balconies. Port side because we can catch the pure runners, and plus when we get on, we'll be able to see everything on the right side. So I think port side balcony is a plus. But if it's like an XL class, you got to give us the spa balcony.
That's it.
The spa balcony, you get all of the extra perks.
Yes.
Mardi Gras, we had it on Mardi Gras and Celebration. It's just the perks that comes with having a spa balcony.
And the perks being the spa itself, right? Access to the spa.
Yeah, access to the thermal suite. You have discounts on massages and all that great stuff. It's definitely worth it.
The private elevator, like you said, it's just that direct access. It just makes you feel so exclusive, and like put on your little robes and your slippers.
Yes.
And press the button, and you're right there in the spa.
Nice.
Do that.
Yeah.
So that we love that.
Yeah, I would love that too. I would love that too. That sounds pretty awesome. I usually like to get on the ship as soon as possible, so I'm part of that early bird. The first available time to check in. But I have to say, this time I probably would have missed half the fun if I had been able to go straight to my cabin. You know what I mean? It was good that I was able to hang out on the Lido and get to see everybody. So you're like, gotta think about that. So I know we talked about the sail away party. I know you enjoyed that, had a great time, have lots of great memories from that. But like in general, what's another great memory you have of that cruise? I know there's so many, but
Oh my gosh.
pick one.
I'm gonna go backwards just a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about the same shirt prank. That threw me off because here's a backstory. She kept saying tropical night. I wanted to wear all black. And she kept trying to get me. She's like, no, wear this. I didn't know, but I just wanted to wear all black for the last day. Right. And she convinced me. I threw the shirt on. I had no clue what was going on when I arrived and started seeing these same shirts. I'm like, what the hell? Because I'm a guy, and I'm sure other guys in the chat know we don't like from the same sporting team or something. But like in-law, we don't know.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Meet and I created this group chat back in March, asking the wives if they wanted to participate. And she was saying like she had seen it on was it TikTok or whatever. And so my phone was constantly going off, and he was like, what's going on? What are y'all doing? And I was like, oh, nothing. Meet is just welcoming all the ladies. She just wanted a separate chat from you guys so that if any lady has any questions, she's able to answer. He had no clue. So that shirt, as soon as Meet said it, I went online and I ordered the shirt, and it has been hidden from him. I mean, I've had it since March. And so him, he was like, no, Anwar said we're supposed to wear all black. I said, well, yeah, you remember that chat that I told you that Meet started? What she did, she thought that she wanted the ladies to, it's a competition. So we get to pick our own theme. And I told her that our theme was tropical night. So we have to come in here. So he was like, well, tropical night, I don't have anything tropical. You got something for me? I said, I got this. Of course, babe. Come on, put it on. We gotta win. And he was like, "Oh, my shirt doesn't fit." And I'm like, "You better open that shirt up and put a t-shirt on underneath it. You're wearing that shirt so we can win tropical night." He had no
clue at all.
That was amazing. I'm impressed that you ladies were able to pull that off, because I definitely did not know about that. And I got there, and Meet and I were there, and then Mike and Sharon Guerin came in, and Mike had on the same shirt. I'm like, wow, that is wild. Look at you guys. You got the same shirt. I thought maybe it was a shirt in the gift shop or something. And so I'm like, oh, can I take a picture? Can I take a I had the two of them, the two couples together with this shirt, and Sharon had on, both Meet and Sharon had on like a orangey, peachy colored or dress or something. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. I taking pictures, and I'm like, okay, let me go sit down. And then all the other guys started slowly coming in. I was like, oh my God, so funny. Hysterical. Yeah, y'all did a good job. I don't know how you managed to order them all and get them all in time and keep them hidden as you're packing your stuff.
That was hilarious. Yeah,
everybody's cracking up about that. They enjoyed that.
But yeah,
what about you?
For me, I mean, it was so many things. That bar crawl. Let me say the bar crawl. Oh my gosh, we don't even really drink. I can't say that we don't drink, because we will have a drink occasionally. Yeah. We don't drink like that. And to be honest, throughout the bar crawl, I wasn't drinking, but I had Actually, I had an ice cube and I had some water.
Yeah, I had a cup of water at one point. We got away with it. It's okay.
That's all I had, right? But it was just so much fun, just the games and how we literally took over the ship. And everyone just had a great time. Everyone, like others who were joining in, who wanted to participate. It was so much fun. I didn't expect to have that much fun, because I didn't know what it was. I thought we were just going to go to different bars and just, hey, buy drinks. And I'm like,
that's
okay.
What I thought too. Yeah.
I can go. We don't have to purchase anything. Just go and just see how everyone behaves. I know Edna would always say, moving 30 drunks across the ship is hard. So I'm like, we're just going to go and just laugh at people as they get drunk. I don't know. But I didn't know about the card game. So
I didn't know about the card game either. And I thought the same thing, like, okay, I can get something, or get a drink at one bar and make it, work the whole way around. I wasn't expecting that. And then the last stop when we took over the atrium. I don't know if you guys were at the beginning of that line. Edna was all about it. She did not care that they were setting up to.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
We were laughing.
That was hilarious.
She was like, we're gonna need a minute.
And it was like the band just said, "Okay, yes, ma'am."
Yeah, they're like, okay, the floor is yours. So yeah, we took over the atrium too, and some folks there were still like, "What's happening? What's going on? We want a Jello shot. We want to."
Yes.
They were into it. They were ready for the party. That was pretty funny.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely a good time.
Oh my gosh. This one group, they were sitting there at the atrium, they were preparing to listen to the band, and they were like, "What is going on here?" And I said, "Hey, just take a drink." And the lady was like, "Oh my gosh, I feel so boring." I was like, we're all a little bored, but right now we're gonna turn up. So
I mean, they were the group that was setting up to play. Lovely. I mean, the music was beautiful. I heard them another time during the show. Yes. They're a violin trio. Okay, yes. So no, it's a little more on the classical side. Yeah. I'm not saying that those people are boring or anything, but and kicked it up a couple of notches.
Yes, and the people they were like, "This was so much better."
Yep.
Rod saying he didn't take any shots either. I'm not a shot dude, but that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I wasn't. I thought I was gonna avoid the shots, but Etta, what happened? Somehow I ended up with a shot. Anyway, what else? I mean, so many things were fun.
Right.
Yes. Those were good memories, though. Yeah. I really enjoyed being at the table with you guys. A couple of, we've kind of switched off on when people were at the steakhouse or whatever. So I got to be at the travel table with you a couple of nights.
Yeah.
So I got to see some of your creativity up close with your like on location inspired commercial there. That was funny. Is that like usually what you guys, just find things to laugh and cut up about? Is that what you like to do?
Yes, we do that just all the time. Just sometimes it's just that spontaneity that just keeps us going. So yeah, any rare moment that, hey, you never know what comes to our mind. Hey, let's do this, and we'll just do it.
Just out of the blue type people.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun. And for you guys, for those who may have not seen that yet, what was the commercial you did?
Oh,
the Spice Addicts Addict commercial. So that was fun.
Yes, and if you have not tried Spice Addicts, please get you some because it is delicious. We do have a lot of it. We use it. We really do put it on everything that we cook, to be honest with you. And so Spice Addicts had given little sample sizes in our samples in our swag bags. And so the food, as everyone stated, food was a little bland, but I mean, hey, it's cruise food. We're accustomed to it, and so we just made this commercial as if the food needed it tasted better once Spice Addicts was added to it. Rod was there. He was saying how we cheated because
how we switched the plates.
Right.
So that was pretty fun.
It was fun. It was funny, and you weren't wrong. You needed a little help. It was nice that you had that little packet handy.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Keisha is saying her bestie booked the 2024. Didn't want to do the group thing. I'm so excited. Yes, it was so fun, Keisha.
Oh,
wow. And I had been talking about it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the group cruise just because I hadn't done one before. And I thought, there's so many things on the ship to do. Do I really want to have to be with the group the whole time? Am I going to want to duck out? I miss half of the normal things that I would do when I'm on Carnival, like the trivia and different music and that kind of stuff. We had such a fun time and just cutting up and just enjoying each other's company. It was really awesome.
Yes.
So do you guys keep you keep a cruise bag ready? You stay packed, or it's a new venture each cruise?
Well,
It's a little bit of both. So I have one bag that stays partially packed, but for the most part, we are really last minute packers.
yeah.
How are you?
Last minute packers. Like if we like this last time, our flight was at I forgot what time, but
It was like early.
yeah, we were leaving to be at the airport at like 4 a.m, and I think I started packing at 2.
Oh my goodness.
We're very last minute.
We are last minute packers. Yes.
And only, I think for us, it really hits and it really resonates with us. Like, hey, you're really going on a cruise or you're really going on a trip. So for us to pack late, it really excites us even more. You know, like for others, they have to pack 2 weeks ahead or something like that.
Yeah, that's me.
That's too long for us because we're still waiting to get on a ship. But I said within about 2 days or 24 hours, it's perfect for us.
I'm always the morning of. I don't know why.
Wow.
But one thing I can say, because I am an organizer, I already know what I'm going to. So I'm a little old school. I write down everything. Like we have trips coming up. We're not going to share them.
Right. I'm not going to ask.
So for those trips, I've already noted what I need to pack, how to organize it, etc. So now that I know this, well, I just normally wait till the day of and then put it into motion.
That's amazing. I am impressed with you.
That's what works for me now.
No, it absolutely would not work for me. And the excitement / anxiety that I'm not going to have everything right there to put in the bag. No, I have to start. I have to start earlier. But good for you. If it works for you, that is fine.
And it was one time. What was it? That Virgin trip where it almost didn't work for us because we had flown to. Where did we fly to? We flew to New Orleans. Then we drove to Baton Rouge. Drove back to New Orleans. Flew back to Dallas, and then needed to pack to be back at the airport like in a few hours to fly to Florida to sail on Virgin. That's when it almost got me.
And we listen, we were so tired because on Virgin you have to do your reservations early for like dining and everything and stuff like that. So we had to go to dinner and we was falling asleep at dinner.
We were literally we were both sitting there like
asleep, like just
it was bad. It was bad.
Oh man. Yes. You never know these days, right? The best laid plans. I see looks like Edna is in the chat. I'm not sure when she came in, but hey Edna,
just talking about you.
Yeah, hopefully you got to hear us talking about you and your legendary bar crawl. A good time was had by all.
I'm calling Miss Poular. Hey Miss Poular. Long time no see.
Oh, who's this saying no last minute? No last minute. It works for her. It works for them. Yes. And as world, they broke down and did a great job.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the anxiety would be through the roof if I did that. Yeah. Yeah.
See, me trying to do it beforehand. I don't know why.
That would stress me out.
It's so hard for me to. I don't know why.
Yeah, I would be so anxious, like having everything in the back, packed up. Like, okay, come on. How many more days? That's still too long.
Now, being Mel Creation is that sister?
That's Sister Berna. Yeah.
Oh, hey, sister.
Hey. He was so cool.
Yes.
It had me stressed. Well, I was worried about Edna and Veronica making it. Not that they would make it in time, but because they were on their other cruise and rushing down to Miami. And here they are, not only the first ones on the ship, but ready. They were more than ready for us.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so your bags you're very organized and you can pack at the last minute, but how many bags do you bring? I saw some, I don't know if that was just a joke, some shorts about how many bags somebody's trying to get in the trunk of the car.
It actually depends on the airline. And that's the truth.
Yeah, that's
So
fair. Yeah.
if we're normally we fly Southwest or American.
Right.
If we're
Yeah.
flying Southwest, I get to check in 2 bags for free. If we're
Sure.
flying American, only 1. So
Right.
so that's what determines it for me. But
That
if we're
makes
on a
sense.
road trip, if we're doing a road
Road
trip,
trip?
oh
Oh,
my
man.
gosh, I'm packing up everything. I don't
Yeah.
know why. It's just,
We
it's how
put
it
stuff in
happens.
a trunk, back seat. We don't have no kids, so we're able to go as we please.
You can fill up that. You can fill up everything except for those 2
Everything.
seats.
Yes.
That's funny. So I know you're going to be cruising more this year. I'm not going to ask you to give anything away. But do you have a dream destination where you trying to that you really want to cruise to, or just travel to in general?
We got a dream cruise line that's coming up.
Oh yeah, that we do.
We got a dream cruise line that's coming up. So,
but destination,
we don't really. All of them actually, but
I want to go everywhere.
We want to go everywhere.
Really, but we do.
We want to cover the states too.
Yes. So yeah, we set a goal of doing that.
We had a goal of covering all 50 states.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're about
20%.
Yeah, we're 20%. So we're 20% of covering all of the United States
together. Because that's the thing. We traveled prior to us being married, but that doesn't count. We have to do it
together. Yeah.
Also, because we fly, we take direct flights because people are like, oh, all y'all do is cruise. No, we travel all modes. It's just that usually, like on YouTube during the pandemic, our road trips, those videos, got a lot of play. But after that, people seem to be more intrigued with our cruises. So that's usually what we publish. But we start showcasing flying more to other countries. So that's one thing that we do want to do. But cruise wise, I personally don't have just a dream destination. I just want to go everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Everywhere you can.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I think I don't know if it was you guys that meet in Anwar were saying somebody had said maybe for next year do a stop in Vegas before you get to LA. Was that you?
That was us.
Have you been? I know you've been to Vegas, but do you want to go back to Vegas?
Yeah, we love Vegas. Definitely not in the summer.
Not in the summer.
No, going directly to a desert.
Yes,
that's not our thing.
We've done that before. No more.
So, agreed. It is very hot.
Very, very hot.
Very hot.
But yeah, we used to visit Vegas
like
annually.
It was like our annual thing to go to Vegas, but now it's much more like we want to go in October because the weather is fair. We can really walk around without having to run into another hotel just to cool down.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. True. Yeah. I mean, I like going in. Speaking of somebody else, we were just talking about. Hey, how are you?
Let me tell you this very short story about life with V.
Okay.
Right? So she probably killed us, but that's okay. So we was on our way to go to Carnival Vista. This is right when the pandemic started back. So we was on.
Cruising started.
Yeah, cruising started back. Cruising started back. Life with V took the second cruise out, and we took the third cruise. And we waited. No, we didn't wait. We saw her like vlogging, and we was like, "Hey, that's Life with V. That's Edna friend."
Oh, awesome!
So, next thing you know, we started talking. She said, "Hey, I ran into some subscribers." She'd had a few choice words with.
She was in the middle of expressing herself because the situation wasn't going quite right. So let's say that.
Okay.
And that was it was so grateful. And the way she is on camera and off camera, Life with V is the same.
We love V.
We love V. V is so down to earth.
Down to earth. Yeah.
Yes. And the thing is, she didn't even let that stop her.
She didn't even let that stop her.
When she saw it, she pulled out the camera and she just kept on. Like that's why we love her.
Yeah,
she's the same.
She's the same. So.
Sounds like you guys talked Rod down when he was stressed about the packing.
Yeah,
like don't worry about it.
Even if you forget something, you go on a cruise a day before for those reasons. So if you forget something, just go to your local Walgreens for something, or the mall not that far. So hey, no worries.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I live in Florida, and Publix is my regular grocery store. But I was very excited to see the Publix not even a block away from the hotel, and I think I made 2 or 3 trips over there, either just going with other people or making sure that it wasn't one more thing that I needed. So yeah, if you get there early enough, you can definitely you can make up for it. But once you sail out.
That's it.
That's it. You are kind of stuck. You are kind of stuck.
Yes.
Hey, we got the original. Hey, coming in. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Speaking to Veronica. Life with V. What is he saying? I didn't get to hang out with you enough. A whole vibe.
Yes.
Yes. So good. Such a good time. So you're okay. You're just going to cruise or travel in general. I've been to Vegas a few times. I love it, but to go in and out of the hotels. I mean, that's kind of one of the things I just want to do anyway, because they're beautiful. All the decor, all the, some of them have shows, free shows that you could just stand and watch. I love the Bellagio fountains. To me, that's an event. Yeah. So I don't gamble that much. I'd rather come home with a souvenir.
I love to gamble.
He loves to gamble.
I love to gamble.
What did you gamble on the cruise?
Oh yes.
What do you play?
I did the lottery tickets too. I did the lottery tickets. I did what's it, quick hits that was over there in the corner. I did the slot machines. I don't do the tables, but I do slot machines and lottery tickets, and that's pretty much it.
Right. Yeah, I played like I think $10 in a slot machine. That was about it. But I had intended to go back and watch people play the table games, and I don't know. Or when I did go into the casino, I got hijacked by our friends that were in there, Veronica and Berna.
Oh my gosh.
So you guys are probably have your cruises booked up or your travel booked up for 2024 already too?
We have travel booked through 2025.
Yeah.
2025. So.
Yes.
So.
The earlier the better. Now, are you gonna
it's
not try to put you on the spot, but are you guys gonna try to do the 2024 meet 9?
We know right now it's not feasible because of my job schedule. So
sure.
we have trainings every other summer. So I got away with this summer and next summer. So if something changes, then But right now, we know that
it doesn't look like it.
And if it does, we'll be like a last minute booking.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Last minute booking on that.
Oh. We'll see. Things change. You never know. Well, maybe we could cross paths on some other cruise. I don't know.
Selling out of Cali is a whole vibe.
Yeah.
So that's a different vibe.
I love that vibe. It hits different.
Yes.
It's different.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Like I said, it was something that I wanted to do anyway. So gonna try and do that. I do want to go. I wish I could go on the groupcation to Alaska.
Right.
I hear that's awesome too. So maybe I have to make a couple trips to the West Coast.
Right.
Now I know I asked you guys earlier if you had a favorite moment from this cruise, and but is there anything that like stands out? Like, man, I'm so glad I did not miss that. I'm glad I was there to see, or maybe it's more who you had been really wanting to meet, and glad that happened.
I'm going to say this. I didn't say this earlier. I think the Kayla Moore group workout was very helpful for us because we started back working out. We started back, being disciplined with our health. That really, really stood out. And I wasn't really cool with them calling me out, working out and having to do the push-ups, but I think I do fairly well with the push-ups.
Yes.
I
think we all caught that.
That was a good moment, but I think.
And I hate that I missed it.
She hates that she missed it.
Oh, that's right.
The first one I missed. Yes.
Yeah, the first one you missed, but overall, I think I think just being around with everybody, taking all the pictures. First I was like, man, it's some more pictures, some more pictures. But I had to remember. I had to remember that we need those pictures for those memories. If we didn't take all those pictures, we'll look back and like, oh man, I should have took pictures with this person, should have did this. But I wish the cruise was longer, just a little bit. But overall, we had a great time. We created a lot of memory. Everything was very historic.
Yes, I mean, I'm still like I said earlier, for me, it was really just meeting everyone. And so I'm just so grateful to have gotten the opportunity to actually sit down and have conversations with certain people. I didn't get to sit down with everyone. At least we crossed paths in some way, shape, form, fashion. We exchanged words, and it was just a great vibe, and I'm eternally grateful for that.
Yeah. Same.
You can't really put a price tag on. I like to say you can't put a price tag on a meeting people and building those genuine relationships. So you can't put a price tag. You can't really put that on film, like especially on and off. Everybody was just so nice and cool. You don't really get that often, so that was good.
Yeah, it was a great. You see it. He didn't know about Publix. Sorry, $300 buying drinks at the Hilton. Oh no!
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Sorry, Rod. We could have told you about Publix.
Great perk.
Yes.
Somebody saying they hung out with Vern while she learned. Vern is saying was learning to gamble. Learned a lot.
That's funny.
You saved like $600 to $1,400 for the casino. Okay. Yes.
Wow.
Well, if you have it planned ahead of time, no problem. I did not have a set aside casino that I would be all right if I don't bring that back home. Gotta be prepared. Hey, Wiley Hustle, how are you guys?
Hey, Wiley Hustle.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Hope I haven't missed anybody. Oh, Keisha, those push-ups were fire.
He was hurting the next day.
Everybody was hurting a little bit the next day. Everybody was hurting a little bit the next day. I thought that they were just giving you a hard time, although you weren't late. You were there at the beginning. I thought they were giving you a hard time for when you came, not just trying to razz you.
So Elisa, there's a backstory behind that. Why I was late. I'm gonna blame it on evolving with Etta. She had me go the other direction.
Not my Etta.
Yeah.
Etta.
She said, they're having the workout at the Serenity Deck.
That's what she said.
Yes, they're having it at the Serenity Deck. I'm like, Serenity Deck. Oh, let's go over there. Oh, by the way, the whale tail. So we went back the other direction, but we made it. We made it there.
You made it.
Yeah, but I didn't know the push-ups was involved, so I wasn't even prepared, for it. So I couldn't fail because they had all the cameras on me.
All the cameras.
I had to make sure. My wife probably would have killed me.
Oh my gosh!
If I would, slip up on that.
You were showing that.
Just a little bit.
Yes, you all got. My stomach was still aching when we were leaving the ship.
Oh my God.
We had to engage our core at a and then screw it up. Yeah, well, it was confusing. We didn't know exactly where we were going to do the workout, but it all worked out, and people were watching us as they passed by, like, what's going on? What is this? What class is this? And then started joining in. So that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Well, I mean, I don't want to hold you guys. I'm having a lovely time talking to you, but I'm sure you have things to do on this holiday weekend.
You're
okay.
good.
I was going to ask you what final thoughts you had about like the cruising industry in general. Anything you really want to let people know about, or a tip, a hack, or just encouragement to do it?
I would say, everybody can see what's going on now, by looking at the stock market with the cruising industry. Royal Caribbean is doing their thing with the cruise ships. They're releasing 2 ships in 1 year. So with the Utopia Icon coming out, and you got, it's just right now, it's just booming right now. I think traveling is back, the content is there. So a lot of encouragement is to definitely get out there and plan your next trip and be wise about planning, and think ahead. I want to say this too. We do the points and miles. That really helps. That really helps us to stay at different hotels, to budget accordingly. But I think definitely get out there and plan ahead. I think planning ahead is, and don't sweat. If you have this particular date you want to travel, stay within that and kind of be flexible if you can. But I think there's a lot of opportunity out there, a lot of competition out there now. I believe Norwegian coming out with another ship next year. And then you got MSC got several ships coming out. So I think the field is out there. It's just wide open right now with traveling. Jubilee coming out at the end of this year. So super, super excited about that ship. What tips will you say?
My thing is just do it. Like, just do it. Don't be afraid. If there's anything that's holding you back, like, what is it? I would rather do it afraid than to sit back and have shoulda, coulda, wouldas and just keep people have fun and enjoying themselves. Just do it. There was a lady at church today, and she said, "Oh, I saw on Facebook that you guys were on a cruise. I can't do that. I can't drink that much water." And I said, "Well, you just continue to sit here and keep watching people because what don't stop? Just don't let anything stop you. If you want to do it, do it. Go for it. Do it afraid. Save up your money. It's not like it's just too expensive. We splurge on other things that we want. So if you want a vacation, then splurge on that a little bit. Just put your money to the side for cruising. The reason that we do like them, you can pay your deposit, and especially with Carnival, you can just let it rest until a few days, a few months basically before you set sail. So do that. If you're not disciplined enough, then pay on it monthly and make it happen. Just get out there and enjoy it. Try it. It. Even if you go somewhere locally, that's my whole thing.
My thing is there's no excuses. There's no excuses to not being able to travel. There are so many different means. There's I know Carnival has some kind of payment plan program. I think Lyft, you can do Lyft with airlines. There's so many different options.
Firm, all these different things.
So many different ways. But my thing is, do your research, and even if you book so far in advance, and if the cruise price go down, you can call them back and say, "Hey, I know that the cruise price went down. Can you give me a discount or something?"
And they will.
They would do it. So I would definitely say just get out there, and have fun. There's really no excuses. The reason why you don't travel is because of you, not nobody else. And just start small. If you can't cruise.
Oh, hey, me tonight.
I know. Yeah, they just came in. Their ears must have been burning too, because of course, we've been talking about them the whole hour.
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely. So I think that really helps out.
Yeah, I think that I hate to hear when people say, oh, that's something they're going to do when they retire, or they're going to do it in 10 years. They're going to do it in, I know, you can't always afford to just pick up and go, right? But if you plan it out, plan ahead, and make those deposits and make the small payments, it will add up, and you will be so pleasantly surprised by the experience. So I agree with that. Encourage people to try it. Go. Don't be afraid of the water. You should not have to swim. You shouldn't have to swim for it.
Right.
I think I don't know the reason why people won't. I think it's because the lack of knowledge, you're more afraid of doing something because you haven't really equip yourself with the knowledge. Well, how am I going to travel? I got to worry about food. Food is covered within the cruise. I got to worry about entertainment. It's covered. So those two is covered. I got to worry about the transportation. You're on the ship. It's going to take you everywhere. So it's those three main things are taken care of. I got to worry about, somebody already else taking care of that. So
Mm-hmm.
I think just like definitely making that plan and being realistic on where you really want to go and making those sacrifices. You can do it. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
That's true.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I did post the comment from Rod a little bit ago because apparently I skipped it earlier, and he made a point of saying, "Hey, hey, hey!" I saw you, Rod. He is outraged. He's outraged that you think it might not be feasible. This is news to
yeah,
me.
yeah,
We're gonna keep hope alive. We'll see what the
definitely.
year brings, and hopefully it will all work out. So many people, not just the return, but some new folks, will want to join in too because it was such a great time.
Great.
It
Such
really
a
was.
great time. And if
Great
there's
time.
anybody on here who's contemplating going 2024, please go back and look at that playlist. We had such an amazing time. You're in great hands with Meet and Anwar. They were excellent hosts. They had everything
Absolutely.
out. I mean, hats off to them because if you've never done this before, planning a group event is difficult.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
world who's done it, Life with V who's done it, we've done it before. We know how difficult it is. But to have this many people walk away and everyone is still talking about it,
Still talking about it. Can't stop talking about it.
that's
Can't stop. Won't stop.
It was, and the good thing about it
This
is
is true.
there was a lot of first time cruisers that
Yeah.
went on this ship.
yes.
So I'm hoping that they get a chance to, still go on the Me and I cruise, but also branch off and go experience it themselves, like families, or encourage their families to cruise. So I think
Yeah.
that's the wonderful thing that the Me and I cruise, it brought everybody together like
Yes.
one big family.
Yes.
Right.
So that was the dope thing about it.
Yes. And, back to what you guys were saying earlier about, just exposing children to, there being more out there or traveling in general. We all were so excited to see Melissa and Alex, Social Couplepreneur, when they had their daughter with them. She had a time of her life, and I'm sure that is a core memory for the next generation.
Yes, everyone's enjoying herself.
Yeah. Cool. It was very cool.
We had a good time. Saying I can't swim and I love cruising.
Right,
Yeah.
we can't swim
We
either.
can't swim either.
I mean, I can swim, but I don't want to test it in the ocean.
Right.
And a pool is fine. Yes, about it. We can't stop, won't stop talking about this cruise. It was awesome.
Facts.
Mhm.
I'm still here. Where y'all at? You still on the ship, Trap? You still there?
We're hiding.
Yeah.
Meet me at Guy's Burger.
Right.
Meet me on the Lido for the next celebration.
Yeah, that's right. Still there too. Yeah, in
Yeah.
our minds, we still there. What vacation can't be over? It can't be over. I
Right.
mean, there would definitely had me and Ed on the Lido right now. That week when we got back, it was definitely like, oh, I guess I won't see them again for a little while.
Yeah.
But you were looking for everybody because like we said already, it was such good conversation, such good interaction
Yes.
with everybody. I really had a good time. Yes, ma'am. He's still there. He's still there. That is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I wish we could do it again a little sooner than a year, but I'm gonna keep hope alive that it's gonna work out somehow, some way. But then again, I still think I might have a chance of getting on Groupcation in August. I don't know if that's happening, but
that's gonna be good.
That'll be great.
That's gonna be great.
never say never, but
Yeah.
well,
Right.
anything else you guys would like to say or tell the people while we got them here?
we want to thank you for having us.
Oh my goodness.
We appreciate.
Yeah.
Total pleasure. Thank you. Thank you
know,
for
when we got that message, I'm like, "Bang!" I ran to the next room, like, "Bang, look!" So,
so sweet.
we were super excited. You were so kind. Thank you for allowing us to gracefully, bless your platform and allowing us to be on your channel. And I will apologize to everybody that came early, where we had those technical difficulties. Which
thanks for hanging in there with us. It all worked out.
Yes. We had to switch cameras.
We switched cameras.
Oh, is that what happened?
We did a lot of things. Thank you.
We had
guys.
to keep switching networks and cameras and everything.
Oh, yes, what Trap just said was powerful. 90K for each of our channel per month. Then traveling together
will be a snap.
That's goals.
Right all right, Trap. We receive it. We all receive it.
We receive that. Yes, indeed.
And Warmstrong is saying he can't wait for the next Meet and I cruise. That mean you're coming, Bill?
You're coming. Bill. Okay, come through. Yes.
That would be awesome.
That's a great time. Great memory. So yeah.
Amen, Trap. Everybody likes that idea.
I also want to say this too. If you guys are subscribed to our channel, make sure you check the notifications, because I found out that a lot of people wasn't getting their notifications. So ensure you do that. We have a lot of great trips coming up. We're actually cruising in about 10 days. 10 days. So different port. I'm not gonna share everything, but the way she's looking at me, you better not say nothing.
Don't. I think I did a good job of not asking.
You did a good job, but I'm so anxious. Elisa, I'm so excited. So
well, the people want to know anyway. So
we'll be letting our members know and on July 5th. Then everybody else will get the video when they come out. But I'm super excited about that one. But we got some other trips, so just want to say that. So that's how you get it.
Well, we will stay tuned. We will stay tuned. I tried, y'all. I tried.
Yeah.
Turn is one of the notifications. Thank you. Yeah. Make sure you turn them on. I'm in y'all suitcase, Trap said. Yeah, sounds like Bill's coming in 2024. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys again so much. I really enjoyed, meeting you, obviously, that first day in Miami in the hotel, that gathering, just, it was just spontaneous and natural.
Yeah.
So it was no airs, no pretense. Everybody was just happy to meet and happy to talk and interact. And the funny thing to me, or the surprising thing to me, is that how easy and comfortable everybody was with each other.
Yes.
From moment one. And we could have been like fangirling, fanboying out on many people, but it was more like, family reunion. It was more like, oh, see you in a minute. What's going on? How you been? What's, that kind of catch up stuff. So,
well, I want to say, I waited till I got back to the room, and I was like, oh my God, get to my side. So I kind of held it in. So
you played it cool. You played it cool.
Yeah, I played it cool. The good thing about this cruise, I want to say that there was no egos. There was no pride. Everybody was just so humble and well welcome. And you don't really get that from other group cruises. So, but just to receive that was just so amazing.
It was.
So amazing.
Yeah. Everyone, just great. Yes.
Yeah. I thank you guys for being, so open to doing this, because, I do feel like the new kid on the block in meeting all of you, and you have had, you guys have already bonded, even though it might have been virtually. So I was kind of like, okay, I'll be nice and be friendly and stuff. But everybody was so welcoming, and there was not like, who is she with her, 300 subscribers or whatever. There was none of that. Big channels, little channels. It was, everybody was just Good. And maybe we were fanning out behind the scenes, but in the moment, we managed to pull it together and have real conversations. Yes, it's different now.
And the thing about it too is those subscribers count. Those are just numbers.
Yeah.
Those are just numbers at the end of the day. It's just about the heart and the people. I think that makes a big difference.
Yes,
so
most definitely.
we welcome everybody.
So,
Yep. Spend time.
Oh,
That's so sweet, Trav. So true.
Wow.
Oh,
Man,
Aww. Now we wish we really were about to meet you on the Lido deck. Don't wait up. We'll be there.
right. And don't eat all the fries yet. I'm coming.
I want to say something, Alyssa, on your platform. I want to give Trout Vision a big shout out because he actually welcomed me in. We met at maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. I think it was 6 o'clock in the morning. I said, man, yeah, let's meet up and work out. So we met up at the gym. He kept his word. I kept my word. He showed me some techniques in the gym. And now I'm like ready to drop these pounds for the next cruise. So, y'all see me running around in some Speedos. That's just me. I mean,
you got to discuss the Speedos. You got to discuss the Speedos.
No, sir. No. That won't be happening.
I try.
No. Just running around generally.
Period. That's
like, hold on.
I blame Trap.
Trap say he has nothing to do with that.
Trap is cracking up too. He's like, I didn't say that part. Oh my God. Well, again, thank you everybody who is in the chat. Thank you so much for participating and hanging with us despite our little technical difficulty. It was all good. We were meant to have this conversation and keep it going, so it worked it out. It's all good. If you haven't already, I have to remember to say, please subscribe to my channel. Hopefully you enjoyed this interview. And if any of my fellow Meet and I group cruisers would like to talk next, be happy to have you. So let me know. Let me know. I hope everybody has a safe, happy 4th of July. Be careful with those fireworks. And again, Key and Shelton, our favorite couple, your favorite couple. Thanks so much for doing this. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Oh, thank you.
I hope we can do it again soon.
Yes.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. We'll meet you on the virtual Lido.
Yeah. Yes, bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Take care. Thanks,
care.
V. Bye.
Bye.